We get down there, girls, the girls that love us. Can't stop, won't stop. Get down, we get down, girls, the girls that love us. That had to be done. That had to be done. Hey y'all, it's your girl Nida and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing another foundation hunt. As you guys saw in my previous foundation hunt, I tried out the Becca foundation. Did not work out the best for me, so that went back to the store and I continued my hunt. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. Wow, I'm so corny, that's so bad. Anyways, yes, I'm going to be talking about the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, and this is new. They worked with Alyssa Ashley to create this foundation. I'm testing out the shade Cappuccino today. I chose Cappuccino because I'm Cappuccino in the Total Drop Control foundation, and I really hoped that the two foundations shade-wise ran parallel to one another. If they didn't, I don't know what I was gonna do, but definitely stay tuned to see me put on the foundation and come back and let you guys know my final thoughts. Okay, so we are back. My face is done and I think it looks pretty good. I went outside and took some pictures. Looking back at the pictures, I have a nice match to my face and my chest, which is what I typically match with. It looks about the same as when I wear my Total Drop Control foundation, shade range wise, so awesome. So a little bit about this foundation. NYX teamed up with Alyssa Ashley. If you guys don't know who Alyssa Ashley is, you probably should. She's got over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and a bunch of followers on Instagram. Her makeup's super gorgeous. So NYX has collaborated with her to create this foundation. The foundation has 45 shades. It claims that it is a matte foundation. After putting it on, it does feel matte. It feels matte but comfortable. My face feels like super smooth. This is not a liquidy foundation. It more feels like a cream. This is what the bottle looks like. It has a pump, which I think is great, and it has a cap, which I think is even better, and cap locks. Most drugstore foundations do not have pumps and caps, so I'm like, why do I like this? But most drugstore foundations do not have caps and pumps, so this is definitely a plus. This retails for, I believe, $14.99, $15, so it is on the higher end of the drugstore foundations. This is on the definitely the higher end of NYX foundations because the other foundations are cheaper. The Total Drop Control foundation is about $13, and their other foundation, I think it comes in like a squeezable tube. That one was like, I believe, $7.99 the last time I saw it. So this is the upper range of NYX products. I never had any problem with NYX products. I started out using NYX products because they were cheap, super affordable, always worked really well. So no reason for me not to want to continue to use NYX products. So this foundation claims it is matte. It is a 24-hour finish. I will not be wearing this for 24 hours because I am not a crazy person. I am wear testing this foundation. The time right now is 6:39. I've had this foundation on since about 5 o'clock. So I've had it on for about 1 hour and 40 minutes so far. So far, so good. I went outside. It is hot. And I took some pictures. My pictures came out good. My face didn't feel like it was sweating. I did my normal process of priming my face with my Too Faced primer and setting my face with my chill spray and the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 setting spray, as well as hitting my face with my Morphe setting spray, which is what I normally do, especially if I want to, especially if I know that I'm going to be wearing my foundation for a long time. And if I know I'm going to be going outside, which I did for pictures, and I am again because I'm going to be going to the mall. So I made sure I did my whole process as I normally would. Set my face and my under eyes with the same stuff, my ColourPop setting powder, as well as ColourPop pressed face powder. So everything was the same. I didn't deviate from anything on my face. Everything is as it normally is. No color correcting either, which I normally don't do anyway. So we're gonna just see how this foundation is. So the foundation has 45 shades, and I know everybody's so like, oh my god, lots of shades. It's a big deal for everybody right now. So 45 shades. The shade range looked really good. It ranged from a good light to dark range. It looks like Alyssa Ashley, you know, crossed her T's and dotted her I's when it came to this line. I didn't think NYX would not create a large line because the Total Drop Control foundation they had a large line. I believe it was about 40 shades, 30 something shades. So yeah, I didn't have any I didn't have any thoughts that NYX wouldn't deliver. So the texture of the foundation is what I thought was interesting. It's a cream, and I thought it would be more like a liquid, but it's not. It's more like a cream. You can blend it in with a beauty blender or a brush. Since I usually am using more liquidy foundations lately, I use my beauty blender. Blended in just fine with that, as you guys will see, or as you guys saw. I was really amazed at how quickly it blended in, and when I first tried it on my cheek over here, I was like, I'm just gonna do that and see what happens. Like, this color looks about the same as my Total Drop Control foundation, so shade wise this should work. And then I started patting to blend, and it just melted into my skin. That's the best way to put it. It just melted into my skin, and it was really great coverage. I would say this is a medium to full and definitely buildable. the first layer you put on is gonna be medium, unless you're putting on like the teeniest, tiniest amount. But a normal amount, which is like 1 pump, is about medium. And it goes a long way, because I was able to do one whole side of my face with 1 pump. So, and then, you know, I do my other little pumps around my face and I go, but it took no time to dry down. And it doesn't dry down to like a super dry, like uncomfortable matte. It's a very, very comfortable matte. My face feels so smooth. It felt smooth after putting it on. So little mess, because there are some foundations where once I'm done patting it in my face with my beauty blender, my hands are a mess. This one, I didn't have that problem. This is great. So far, having it on for an hour, super comfortable. Usually after I put on my foundation, my face feels like a little itchy. Didn't have any itchiness. I don't know why my face does that. It just feels like the tiniest bit itchy, and I don't know why. Normal amount of creasing in my normal crease areas, which would be around my mouth. I always crease under my under eyes. There's nothing I can do about that. It just kind of is what it is. But other than that, it just feels good. It feels good. It looks good. I like the coverage a lot. Covered up a lot of my just random little spots here and there. Sometimes when I put on my foundation, I get tiny little bumps. Usually like over here and around like here. And they come and then they go away within a couple of hours. No bumps. No bumps. No bumps. I don't know what it is. It's like every foundation I try that happens. Hasn't happened with this. So far, I am a happy camper. So far, this is a 10. 10s across the board right now. We will see in a couple hours how this looks. Because if this holds up well into 2, 3 o'clock at night, when I'm usually up to take off my makeup anyway, then this is definitely not going back to store, and my hunt will stop at least at this foundation. So yeah, I like it. I think my face looks good. So far right now, I'm impressed. I'm impressed and I'm happy. So I will be back in a couple of hours to do a check-in when it is dark and it is late and I've had this on for a while. So yeah, I'll see y'all then. Hey guys, I'm back. So it is late. It is 1:06. 1:06. And yeah, so I went to the mall. I went to dinner. I've been home. Well, I went to the mall and then I came home and then I went to dinner and I just got back from dinner. 1:06. Man, I feel tired. I'm getting old. I can't stay up late anymore. But anyways, so this is what my face looks like. I've had this foundation on since 5 o'clock today. Yeah, finished my makeup at 5 o'clock. And this is what my face looks like. I have not touched up. The only thing I did was probably put on some more lipstick, which is probably gone after eating my dinner. But that's it. No face touch-ups, no blotting. I don't look super oily. Where's my mirror? I don't look super oily. My face still looks pretty matte. Yeah, face looks pretty matte. I've only had some creasing over here, over by my mouth, and that's pretty normal. Under eye creasing is pretty normal, but yeah, that's about it. Oh my god, I gotta take these lashes off. Oh. Yes. That's 110% more comfortable. It's nothing better than taking your lashes off. That's always just the best feeling in the world. But yeah, my face doesn't look shiny on camera. So I mean, there's like in here, and like in these spots look shiny, but when I look in the mirror, they look very matte. I think the only reason they look a little shiny is because of my ring light. But yeah, I love it. This foundation is really nice. The wear has been super comfortable. Barely feels like I have anything on my face. And I guess the promise that it's matte is pretty soundproof because I've been matte this entire time. So this is definitely a hit, and I will definitely not be taking it back to Ulta. I will be keeping it and I'll be using it. The match between my face and my chest was perfect. This was just the perfect shade for me, and I love it so much. So if you are out there hunting for a foundation, I suggest the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Get Down, Baby, Get Down. I suggest that definitely for if you have oily skin. Probably if you have dry skin, this might not be the best, but it might actually, because it doesn't feel, places where I normally would get a little dry, like my nose, like, or in here on the bridge of my nose, don't feel like super dry. Ooh, excuse me guys. Oh my gosh. So I feel like it might even be pretty good for even people who have dry skin. Just make sure you moisturize and prime well before you put on your foundation, as you should before you put on any foundation. But yeah, very comfortable matte. I don't know for sure if this would be something that would last 24 hours. I'm not up to testing that tonight. Definitely not. When I am in the mood and brave enough to test that, I will, but I've had it on since 5 p.m. and it is now after 1 o'clock in the morning, and it still looks very fresh with no touch-ups. I think that making it until 5 o'clock in the morning would actually be pretty doable, and it probably wouldn't look too bad. But I am not going to be wearing this any longer because I would like to lay down and put my face first into a damn pillow. I'm going to take off my makeup. I'm going to watch the movie Tremors because that is a classic, and then I am going to face first into a pillow. And in order to do that, I can't be wearing my makeup. So yeah. Whew, this check-in is long enough. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.